Yeah, first of all, the conditions, what do you think's presented here at McLean Park?
Looks a good wicket. It was, there's been a lot of moisture around the area for the last couple of days, so there could be a little bit in it. We were forced a little bit with Jacob Oram injuring himself at warm-up, so we played the 3 seamers, and it's nice for them to be able to use it first.
Okay, so 3-strike bowlers, that'll be handy?
We'll be good, yeah. We've probably been looking at that for a while, and be a good opportunity today.
Okay, and I understand the bowling machine was brought in to help the batting at practice.
There's not too many guys around the country that can bowl at that pace, so the bowling machine was the obvious answer, and the guys done a lot of work on it.
Okay, Stephen, best of luck today.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers. Moen, bring you in. You've lost the toss. Having a bat first. Thoughts on that?
Well, I was also thinking to bowl first here, given it's been raining for the last 2 days. I think it's a bit moist in the pitch. I think it might help the fast bowlers.
Okay, so a bit of application from your top order will be required?
Yeah, definitely. We need some good batting requirement from openers. I hope that they will do well.
Okay, so just focusing on your team, any changes today?
No, we are playing with the same team, Gavin, and no changes at all.
Okay, so batting order for Hart to open, and will Abdul Razak still bat at number 3?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Okay, all right, Moen, thanks very much. Good luck today. So there we are then, that's the toss complete out here. Stephen Fleming has won the toss for New Zealand, and they have elected to bowl first.
Couldn't get the smile off his face either, could the Stephen Fleming. He was pretty happy to win it. Nathan Astle, Ferrari, Fleming himself at 3, then 2's McMillan, Vincent at 6 today, a little promotion for him, Harris, Vittori, and then 3 bowlers to bowl with the new ball, and that may have been a little unlucky for Jacob Oram, but I think they may have just about stumbled on to the right balance there. Pakistan, well, why would you change a machine that's working so well? They have not. Akhtar, Yunus, Mushtaq, Akram, the 4 main bowlers, then Afridi as well, and Abdur Razak, the all-rounder. The Pakistani openers, Syed Anwar and Imran Farhat, failed in his first match. Farhat, so he'll be looking to get his career started here. Syed Anwar, what a player to bat with. 19 one-day hundreds. Razak is still at 3, and Zaman Yuhana, of course, very experienced, averaging around 40 in the one-day game. Moen Khan, the captain.
Share the taste of it.
Moen Khan, the captain. Well, the New Zealand side, we can see them now lining up with the virtual spectator, moving into their position, running out onto Sky Dome. And, Anwar, of course, will take first strike. Tuffey to open the bowling. There's Saparuri, Fleming and Astle in the slips. Harris, of course, in his favourite position at point. McMillan, Vittori on the offside. Franklin will be at mid-on. Vincent square the wicket because he is fast, both left and right. 2's, of course, down there at 3rd man. And to complete the lineup, Chris Martin at the fine leg. So for Syed Anwar, he'll see the umbrellas come on the fielder. That is the capacity of the fielders in moving left or right. The dark green is the gaps to hit through, as you can see there. And the offside, of course, always strong for the opening of a one-day game. Rory there, big game for him today. So Anwar on strike, and here's Tuffey, first ball of the match. What a start! Can you believe it? It happened in Auckland. It's happened here. What a beauty. What a ripper. Unbelievable. The first ball in Auckland, Wasim Akram gets Ferrari, and now Tuffey has his turn. The swing and the Yorker, it would have been LBW as well. Maybe got a little inside edge or under edge. And Anwar, the master one-day batsman, is on his way first ball. It's none for one. Well, 1 ball, 1 wicket. Here's Abdur Razak. Lovely shape there for Daryl Tuffey. He's an accomplished all-rounder now. Martin, you're a little critical of his strike rate in Auckland the other day. His overall one is not too flash either. It was 66 overall, but just runs from 77 deliveries. And it's got to be said, too, that perhaps he was just pacing and getting some practice. So run in and bowl at this young man. His 2nd match only. So nothing really to talk about in terms of his stats, but we hear he's a very promising player, and he must be to make this Pakistan side at such a young age. Chris Martin, he'll bring that RTO down below 5. I'm sure that over the next year or so. It's 4 wickets. First runs from the bat. 2 of them. Promising signs here with this movement. Well, Martin is a good bowler to left-handers. We saw him remove Jai Surya here at Napier in the first ODI. Look at the shape there. Keep him pinned down. He'll be thinking, I've got to get this innings underway. Won't worry Razak at all. Good shot. Stand and deliver through the covers. It's only early in the day, but this is a classic piece of batting. 6 runs off 2 balls. The 2 was because it was too short. Razak was able to turn its behind square on the onside. Martin changed his line a little, but he kept the ball too short again. And you can just stand tall, the Pakistanis. They don't worry about getting back. They just stand tall and they hands the ball. They thrash it through the offside. Length is critical. And Martin's got to get fuller again. Oh, boy. That could have gone anywhere. Inside edge onto stumps. No foot movement at all here. 2 slips, point. Daniel Vittori at short cover. There's Tuffey again. Gone. Caught and bowled. He was trying to get rid of that man in close, I think. He was looking to try and hit over the top of cover. He miscued. Straight back to Daryl Tuffey. His hands are safe. And now Pakistan are anything but. They did right, Ian Smith. And the swing in towards the left-hander meant that he couldn't hit it over cover. He couldn't hit it over mid-off. He just came back a little, and in the end, he's dragged it bottom hand. Thick inside edge. Good catch from Tuffey. So Farhat goes for 4, and it's 14 for 2.
Share the taste of adventure. Morgan Gold.
Comes to the wicket, Pakistan rate 700s. Beautifully timed. Weight going forward and through to the fence for 4. So Inzamam is underway. Now this is just a little reminder. A bit of a wake-up call for Tuffey that he cannot bowl there. He won't need anyone to remind him of that. The way Inzamam watches the ball onto the bat. See, New Zealand should take heart here. Yuhana, very, very good player. But Afridi really only plays one way. Straight drive this time and an appeal. He's out, and he's given it out. He's out, quick dismissal. That's Inzamam. That's a big blow for New Zealand. A nice straight drive from Abdul Razak. And a big hand on the ball by Daryl Tuffey sends Inzamam back on his way.
Excellent reactions from Daryl Tuffey. Inzamam wasn't out of his ground by much. I suppose Tuffey at one stage would have been hoping just to stop this ball going for 4. Gets his hand down. A couple of fingers on it. Definitely a touch there. Inzamam, well, he's all pretty apologetic about it. And he's out of his ground. Gone for 6. And Pakistan 21 for 3.
Well, tumbling effort from 2s at mid-off. Just got enough on it, I feel, to stop it racing away for 4.
Well, to have a good mid-on and mid-off, they're worth their weight in gold.
And the drive again does find the gap this time. And that will work its way to the boundary. Slow outfield here at McLean Park, but enough way on. And that's 4. Into the over. 28 for 3.
Probably right. Morgan goes back, and they'll be hoping Razak gets one down here.
Catch it!
Just past cover. It was in the air. With the 2s. Restricts the scoring to 2 runs. It's 40 for 3. Ball of 2. You're super critical, and you would have to be to really get stuck into this New Zealand bowling performance. Perhaps a little too leg-side-ish for a Pakistan batting lineup, which... Glove and gone. Is a yes. Through to Stephen Fleming. The New Zealand side is jubilant out. And that's a very late decision from Evan Watkin. Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting for. It appeared to me it was a glove initially and then maybe something else. Certainly it carried through.
Well, let's watch Stephen Fleming here. Certainly goes to sweep the ball. In fact, that probably hit the top edge of the bat before it hit the sleeve. The sleeve is clear to everybody. But anyway, Johanna's gone for 9. That's a big wicket. 47 for 4. New player for Pakistan because of the damage done by Daniel Vettori is this man Shahid Afridi. And generally speaking, when he's at the wicket, things happen. Strike rate 98. Hold on to your hats. Highest score 109. Quickest ever century in one-day international cricket. 122 matches. And that's why. He's had a look. And he picks up 2. 49 for 4. Not quite as comfortable as it was at Eden Park for that man. Yeah, there's Shahid Afridi. That's a big blow down the ground for 6. Take that. It's going to be fun if he's there for a while, hitting down the line and with confidence. It's 56 for 4 after 21. Well, this is a wonderful shot. It's a brave shot, but that's just the way that this fellow plays. Confidence to hit the ball hard. In the air, who cares? Coming into a spell here, which is critical, and just trying to tease Afridi into a big shot. Like that.
He goes to the top of the list now, past Sir Richard. And half of Pakistan are out.
And what a crucial time for it to come on and pass that milestone too, Chris Harris. Got a feeling he just held it back fractionally. Really went through with it. That's the way he plays. Regulation catch for Hassel. The danger man is gone, and Pakistan are now 60 for 5.
Mohan Khan under pressure before this tour. And led his troops well in Auckland, but under immense pressure here. The 23rd over comes to the crease. Good strike rate of 81, 850s. Very talented and effective hitter of the ball. Chris Harris breaks through, just his 3rd delivery.
Oh, big shout. And Billy Bowden had a little look. Mohan Khan didn't get off the crease much at all, and maybe just a little bit of angle.
Well, this is very close. First ball, hits him in line. Perhaps the only thing saving him is just drifting slightly down leg side. He's a pace forward, I suppose, but that's the man you got to convince, umpire Bowden.
As is always the case with cricket, it always starts with the bowler. It's the batsmen that have to react.
Edged and gone. Lemon, good catch, good captaincy, kept it slipping for the new batsman. Tuffey responds, having been brought back into the attack. This is a top-class effort by the Black Caps here. They are on fire.
He's in a dangerous mood, Daryl Tuffey. Real wicket-taking ability. Gets bounce, catches high on the splice. A good catch from Stephen Fleming. Unsighted there for a moment, but he's got such a good pair of hands. He accepted that. Mohan Khan, the captain, gone for 1. Pakistan crashed to 63 for 6.
Who would have believed it? Pakistan 70 for 6 in the 26th over. Wasim Akram now taking guard. An average of 16. He's used to coming in around about the 40th over and striking it at 87. He's got a lot of batting to do here.
Razak remains at the other end on 29. And Mohan Khan, the captain, now gone. Wonderful bit of captaincy. Tuffey brought back into the attack. Straight away he strikes, as Harris did.
And it's just so crucial that he now bats his way through to near the end of this innings. This man here needs to strike the big blows. And there is one. And it's gone the whole way. 6 runs to Wasim Akram.
Well, there was a man out there. Stephen Fleming had a man positioned out towards the Mackenzie stand, but the ground didn't threaten it. As I mentioned, this is a longer ground than it is square. And hitting with the spin, hitting with the tide, Wasim Akram.
And he goes again this time in the same vicinity. Out! He's tried to hit 2 consecutive sixes. Successful with the first, but not the second. He's picked off James Franklin on the square leg boundary. Daniel Vettori strikes, and that is a big blow for New Zealand.
So I got the feeling here he was trying to hit it squarer, but it was outside off stump enough that he couldn't get it square and beat the man Franklin. He didn't get enough on it either. So comfortable catch. Akram's gone, and goodness, 79 for 7.
So Klein Mushtaq makes his way to the crease with Pakistan deep in the mire at 79 for 7. Of course, he's a vastly experienced player now, Sir Klein Mushtaq, but he is primarily a frontline bowler, an off-spinner. It's an average of 12, no 50s. Pakistan in deep trouble, and there is the board, there's the evidence. 80 for 7 off 33 overs. It's been all New Zealand. Excellent bowling effort from them. No real contributions from the Pakistanis. Abdur Razak has faced a marathon 98 balls really for his 37. No real other contributions. Chris Martin to continue for New Zealand. And that's a lovely shot too by Abdur Razak. First ball after the drinks break. Been a good effort all round by the New Zealand bowlers. Daryl Tuffey in particular at the top of the order. 8 overs, 3 for 15. He's been well backed up by Chris Martin and James Franklin with the newer ball. And good support from Vettori and Harris too, the 2 slower options. And Daniel Vettori full of flight and guile again.
Big hit that, down the ground. A whopper. Gee, that's a big blow back onto the embankment. Straight back over the bowler's head. And Razak found a new lease of life.
Well, I know what they were talking about during the over break now. Razak probably said, well, I'm played in now, I'll play a few shots. And this is a big hit, straight down McLean Park. 50 run, brings up his 50 off 112 balls. What a shot.
And again, this time it won't land safely. Harris is under it and takes the catch. That is a big blow, another big blow for Pakistan. So many overs yet to bat, and their last batsman is on his way back.
Well, I'm not sure what Razak was doing here, trying to repeat the previous ball. But what a catch from Harris. This went high, started to swirl. Harris in mind that very quickly, and he made it look pretty simple. Hard catch looked good. Razak gone for 50, and Pakistan now 96 for 8.
Just the 38th over for Pakistan, and now it's the bowlers that have to do the batting. Waqar Younis joins Saqlain Mushtaq in the middle, 96 for 8. Some weird batting. There's the area over mid-wicket. He's picked it out, and picked it out brilliantly. That was the hitting zone. And there we go. Money in the bank for that man. He's taken the catch. And valuable runs for Pakistan.
I wondered how long it would be before Waqar Younis opened up his shoulders, fancied himself to go over the top. And that's an excellent catch. He had a bit of competition there, obviously not a lot of calling for it.
Come back for two. This will be very tight. It would have been a good throw. It's a rare misfield for Chris Harris. Diving over the top of that. This is a big blow.
He'd been eyeing up that one spot all afternoon, Eunice. Got hold of it. Good contact.
Now we're seeing the rewards.
Could be a run out here, could be. Oh, he just misses Louis Vincent. He had just one stump to aim at. Napier calling the single there. Good technique, the underarm flick. Very fine athlete, Lou Vincent. He's added so much to this New Zealand fielding. It's a good length. There's going to be a runner here, surely. Yes, good work, Lou Vincent. Bounce slow to Perori. And Wackau was going nowhere. He wanted the strike for the next over. So did Sucklane.
Well, total misunderstanding between Wackau and Sharp, and he held his poise well too. Just a wee fumble, Lou Vincent, but he held his concentration, knew the little bounce throw would do the job, and it did. So Sucklane, he's on his way for 10. Pakistan 121 for 9.
Well, he's got a full toss and an oval call as a result. Just clears Sir Roger 2's point. There could be a run out at the bowler's end, though. Tuffey again. Oh, no, what a beautiful way to end the innings. He cleaned up shy at first ball. He cleans up shy at last ball. And that is a brilliant way to wrap it up. Pakistan all out 135. Tuffey, outstanding.
Great stuff, Daryl Tuffey. 4 for 24 he ends with. And what a sublime way to end the innings. It's a perfect Yorker. It's exactly what he would have been aiming for. A marvellous end for Daryl Tuffey and the New Zealand team. And Shoaib Akhtar, he's bowled by Tuffey for 3. Pakistan end on 135.
Great performance from the Black Caps. Vincent brilliant in the field. Brilliantly skippered by Stephen Fleming today. He had all the answers. Danny Vittori was superb. 1 for 29 from 10. Harris 1 for 12 off 10 overs. Tuffey gets a standing ovation, but the job is just half done. Don't count out the Pakistanis just yet. 135 off 50, bowled out off the last ball. It started with Tuffey right at the top, and he picked up 4 along the way. Razak was the only man for Pakistan. Have we seen 5 bowlers only used in a 50-over innings? Fleming worked them beautifully. A lot of different spells. 5 maidens there.
Abdul Razak at third man. Perori and Astle. Remember, of course, Adam Perori getting out first ball at Eden Park, and he'll want to right the wrongs of last Sunday. Just a view from Perori's perspective of the hitting zones he has. I mean, back on the circle, covering a lot of ground, but there are some gaps there, and there will be gaps inside the circle where Perori and Astle can run singles and put pressure on the Pakistanis. They want to start very positively, because if Pakistan get a sniff, they will really be keen about their work.
There's only been one instance where both batsmen have been out first ball for both sides. Rummies Raj and Desmond Haynes back in 92-93. Here it is, first ball, a wide. Edged, and is that carried? Ferrori's held his ground. I think it was Afridi who took the catch, and Evan Watkin has a little job to do here. He's going to probably go upstairs. Wasi Macron getting the outside edge of Adam Ferrori. It went low and fast to second slip.
Well, it's put them under the spotlight. The initial reaction from me, Martin, is it didn't carry, and Evan Watkins going to check. He's going to go upstairs, and that's the correct procedure. Excellent delivery from Akram. Catches the outside edge, going across Ferrari. Thick edge to second slip.
Well, I think that's carried. It looks as though it's gone right into the palm of the hand there. Fingers seem to get in between the ball and the ground. And in fact, it's Baha at second slip. Certainly second slip was very confident. As soon as he took it there, he was up and running towards Wasim Akram. And just slow this down for the third umpire, Steve Dunn. There you go, you see it, the fingers now clutching around the ball. There's no sort of half volley about it. Seems to have gone straight into the hand. So that, well, in my book, that is out caught. And Steve Dunn, who is the third umpire, is asking for various replays here. This is the best of the angles we have. Super slow-mo there. You see no bounce from the ball as the fingers now gather around the ball. So that's a good catch. Will the third umpire see it in a similar fashion? Evan Watkin is waiting, and he's been given. There's the red light. And New Zealand 1 for 1. Familiar story for New Zealand, having lost Adam Ferrori for naught. Wasim Akram, the bowler, so Fleming having come in now second time, where he's hardly settled in his chair, or even stirred his coffee. Closing in on 4,000 runs. This is 149th match for New Zealand, an average of just over 30. So real pressure here. Akram charging in 132 Ks, and they won't worry about wides. They want wickets, and they will try every trick in the book.
They'll give it everything. Full speed dismissal of Adam Ferrari. And he's pretty confident, Farhat.
Waka. Good stroke. Beautiful reply from Fleming. That is stunning.
Eunice's first ball, warm-up delivery. And he tossed it up there, hoping it's a swing back into the New Zealand captain. And he's onto it like a shot, playing straight down the ground. I think this ball, nothing like hitting the boundary off a fast bowler to get him stirred up.
Here's the Fleming factor. When New Zealand win, the average is 45. When they don't, it's under 25. Stroke. Reasonably forward position. And waiting at the last moment to see which way it swings, and there's Astle getting off the mark to an in-swinger, tucking it away. Here's Waka. Wide, a second slip. That'll go all the way. Great bowling from Waka. They've had 3 slips in
in these opening overs, but not on this occasion. And Astle gets lucky.
Well, it wasn't a bad ball, was it? Committed Astle to the shot and moved away. Waka knew he had a chance. Disappointed.
Beautiful stroke. That is a glorious bit of cricket there. Through extra cover. At 1,000,000 miles an hour, it is 24 for 1.
Oh, nothing wrong with this shot from Nathan Astle. Ackham's been running in very hard. Stands up on the up. Splits that gap there. Good pace across the outfield. Didn't play positive, Nathan Astle. Freed his arms. Gave it the full face of the bat. Wasn't a bad delivery, actually. Angling towards the slips. Beautiful player when he's playing like that, Nathan Astle.
Glorious again. He follows Astle and goes straight through extra cover. Attack and counter-attack. Hitting in the right areas.
Well, it sends a message to Waka Yunus, says, well, if you bowl wide, I'm going to put you away. You're not going to have it all your own way, son. Just struggling to get the angle to the left-hander. Good positive stuff.
Oh, good cricket shot this. He has timed the pants off this one.
Certainly has hit it well, Martin. That is a lovely for Stephen Fleming. It ends the over. 32 for 1.
From outside the line. And Watkin acknowledges Fleming got enough of his front pad outside the line of the off stump. Skytrack will confirm this. Good run rate here for New Zealand, 4.95. Doesn't come back enough. It seemed to me the Pakistanis were almost ruining the fact that Afridi did not take the catch.
Yeah, they were pretty interested in it, weren't they? Initially, I thought it just came straight off his pad. Disappointed. Stephen Fleming there indicated he might have flicked the bat. Let's have a look. Oh, maybe veer the pad up onto the bat. Stephen Fleming certainly indicated it came off the bat. Can't get a better indication than that. Well, yes, off the toe end.
Oh, well, absolutely. No wonder the Pakistanis were disappointed Afridi didn't pull that in. It's hard to pick up at real time, and only in slow motion could you really see this. Good delivery. Fleming not looking to play and just picking the face of the bat, the bottom of the bat there. So much talk about this man after Eden Park because he caused so much damage. 71 wickets in 43 matches, and here he comes. Yep. Pretty good crowd in here at Napier, and one of the reasons they are here is for this man. 5 for 19, his best ever bowling in one-day international cricket, just last Sunday. Averaged 20.07. Yes, and when he was announced on the PA system here at McLean Park, he got a very generous round of applause too. And many of these punters here today in Napier have come to see this man.
That's quick. My word, that is very quick indeed. Oh boy, it's cleared Stephen Fleming. It's no ball for height, but how quick was that?
Well, this is one very slippery delivery. Short, and it's suggest that Stephen Fleming hardly saw that. It's flowing over the top two of Moen Khan. And New Zealand pick up a bonus 4 runs. Straight away, the fastest ball bowled today, 138 kilometres an hour.
That's quick too. And another no ball. Lovely timing. Well, if someone's going to pull faces at you, that's not a bad way to answer it. Comfortable 3.
Well, he's not a man that's easily phased, Stephen Fleming. He's a consummate professional, that's for sure. And he would have been sitting back thinking at some stage here there will be an attempted Yorker, and there was. Actor didn't quite get it right.
No third slip, he's gone, and so's that for 4 more. 16 off the over. Welcome to the sunny Hawke's Bay. It's the safest place to be. And wait for the club to go past before you come out. Edge, and yes, another one. Astle, well, there's a send-off. There's some emotion from Wasim Akram. Inzamam takes a good catch, and Astle falls victim to the drive again.
Oh, there's a bit of spice out in the middle, isn't there? And we see here, just looking to hit through that cover region. Good catch taken by Inzamam at first slip. Nathan Astle not happy. He's out for 20, 51 for 2.
Share the taste of adventure. Mormon.
Best of Summers, by his own high standards, elevated himself to number 3 in the world rankings of this form of the game, averaging over 40, good strike rate. Be a sight to concern Pakistan viewers and Pakistan officials. Something's happened there in that delivery stride, and I think that'll be the end of him for the day by the look of it. He's talking about, I think, getting stuck. There's some sawdust there where he's landing. There's a bit of rain in the background as well. He's landing on that sawdust, and I think what he's intimating is he got stuck or went over on it. And he's so confident in how you land, and that's the area he's landing there. And the foot's not really going through, it's just stopping dead, and I think that's what he's saying. I jarred my thigh or strained something as I tried to bowl, and he's about to limp off the park, so shame for Pakistan because he's such a dynamic bowler, and one hopes that it's just not too bad at all. Lovely timing. Short arm jab really from Twos. Quite going to get there. Mushtaq, a good chase. 11 overs gone, 58 for 2.
And this is the real skill of this great man, Akram. He uses the crease to such good effect. He went wide on the crease here, looking to angle it back into Fleming, and that's exactly what he achieved.
And Astle for 20, and Abdul Razak. But in that he's gone at villainous edge, and Roger Twos will depart. Very comfortable catch through to Moen Khan. Roger Twos once again just caught and trapped on the crease line. Brought him back. Little outside edge, perhaps with an open face of the bat. Two's gone. Gone to 5, 59 for 3. And on screen, Wasim Akram. Already picked up 2 wickets. Oh, that's useful. Bowled with menacing skill.
Well, it's good delivery to a left-hander because he's got pace, bounce, and movement away. The equivalent of Wasim Akram's leg cutter. Shot. Lovely shot from Stephen Fleming. Very good stroke down the ground. Full face of the bat.
Yes, well, Fleming really has played with a sculptured bat today. It's part of his nervous system. Now, here's a lovely stroke. Just full face, back where it comes from, just on the offside of the bowler, if you like. Lifting it in the air as a catch down. Errant hands. Yusuf Yohana. Just in front of square on the leg side. In, out.
We've got plenty on it, Craig McMillan. Yohana threw himself at the ball. Really should have been taken, especially defending only 130 odd. To expect those kind of catches to be taken.
Slow ball over the gap, and Craig McMillan take 4.
Well, 2 good pieces of cricket here. 74 for 3.
15 runs between these two 30 balls. And Harris, the next man in, Vincent, and then into the all-rounders and the bowlers. So Fleming and McMillan, 74 for 3. Oh, and taken! This time, second go at it.
Superb catch from Yohana. This one was really travelling. Stephen Fleming got a lot of bat on this one. Hit it very hard. He can't believe it. Hit it very hard. Yohana would have seen it coming towards him at this stage. Didn't get it the first try, but regathered himself and took a very good catch. Stephen Fleming gone for 28. New Zealand 74 for 4.
Well, Lou Vincent is the new New Zealand batsman, just in his 5th match. Good strike rate already, due to that 31 not out in Christchurch against Sri Lanka. And he's facing Waka. Well, just reaching slightly towards that ball. Pulled him over. No one will threaten that.
Yeah, this is a good confident shot from Vincent. He's done pretty well since he's come into the New Zealand side. When he plays the full shot, actually plays it off the front foot. He's done that a number of times for the Auckland side. Balances himself on the front foot and then confident enough to swing through it.
Yep, that's a good shot. Standing tall, and that'll race away for 4. Real authority in that one from McMillan. That's a bad ball. Gets what it deserves. Too short, and into square leg for 4. This is great footwork. Heel touching the sideline. That is a no ball. And then seeing it just short of a length, Lou Vincent shifts his weight back quickly too. That allows him plenty of time to swing his arms through. Now, it's a moot point whether the heel actually touched the line. Oh, that's close, very close. Evan Watkins shakes the head. Now, the only thing that I think saved Lou Vincent here, they'll get overthrows, they'll be leg buys. They might get 3 of them, in fact they will, so they're bonuses. I think Lou Vincent has struck marginally outside the line of off stump. That can be the only thing that saves him.
Pitches outside off, and where does it strike him? He's playing a shot. Boy, that is close. On the line of off stump. Going on to hit. He's a fair way down, but it hits him low enough down. Close. Mighty stroke. Wasn't really short enough. But McMillan's got this characteristic of leaning back and then just thrashing through the offside. This is very West Indian. Fast hands, heavy bat. Smashes into the boundary for his third. So in run a Hart. Looks as if he's a leg spinner. Yes, and well, he's been given the treatment. Too short, and Vincent cashes in. And he tries to repeat the stroke. This one he gets a little straighter. This will bring up the 50 partnership between these two. And 3 runs for Lou Vincent. He moves to 26. 67 balls. Between the wickets. Vincent in particular quick. He's able to penetrate the cover area, and that'll be 4.
Well, fitting that Lou Vincent hit the winning runs. He's batted very well. 33 runs for him. A good moment for him. He's certainly been a success in the middle order for the New Zealand side. Strike rate is 70. New Zealand have won by 6 wickets. A good win for them. They've shown plenty of character tonight after losing the first one at Eden Park. It's been typical the way Lou Vincent has batted tonight. Freedom, not afraid to put away the bad ball. He's been very positive. They've worked very hard. Good partnership between McMillan and Vincent. 62 off 81 balls. And Jeremy Coney, the New Zealand side, can look forward to Wellington with some degree of confidence.
Well, they can. I'm sure they can. It's been a long time between victories for the New Zealanders at home. And there's been some good performances by the bowlers, supported well on the field. Fleming had a good day in the field as well.
Because Stephen Fleming won a vital toss, and he asked Pakistan to bat first and was rewarded very first ball when Daryl Tuffey removed the champion Syed Anwar. He knocked him over with a good delivery that swung back in, and from that point onwards Pakistan were always struggling. Farhat has had 2 bats at this level. He hasn't really cut the mustard so far. They may think about a change at the top of the order, the Pakistanis. Razak, 50 from 113. He tried to hold the whole thing together, but you can see there that no one was really helping him right down towards the end. There was a partnership between Sarklain and Waqar Yunus, which realised a little bit of profit, but in the end, 135 from 50 overs. Pretty poor effort from a much better side than that. Stephen Fleming had a picnic with his bowlers. He only had to think about using 5 today, which was a real blessing for him. 4 for 24, Daryl Tuffey. He struck early and then he came back and struck again. Chris Martin, 10 overs, 1 maiden, 1 for 37. And Franklin, 10 overs, 1 maiden, none for 27. I think that showed the benefit of having 3 bowlers who can bowl with the new ball at the start of an innings. And then Vittori, who continues to impress as a one-day spinner. 10 overs, 2 for 29. And 1 maiden in the process there. And Chris Harris, that was some performance at a vital stage. 10 overs, 2 maidens, and 1 for 12. So then, chasing 136. Now, normally speaking, you'd say you could do that without too much of a problem, but Pakistan, we know, do have a devastating bowling attack. It's never going to be a guarantee, especially when Rory was out for naught again. Now, that's his 3rd duck and 4 attempts in the opening batting role. I see something funny happening there shortly. Astor is struggling for his best, but his 2nd wicket partnership with Fleming of 50 was crucial in the context of the chase. Fleming's 28 from 52 balls was very positive. Roger Too's missed out again today. That may be of some concern, but then the unbroken partnership from the 2 youngsters, McMillan and Vincent,
confidence building for both of them to get New Zealand home, and they did it with so many overs to spare, and in the end they did it with style. Now, Wazzy Makram was always going to be the threat. He bowled the ball at good pace, and then he got it to swing both ways, got bounce, seam, 2 for 24 from his 9 overs. Waka Yunus not at his best, not really getting the ball to swing as we know that he can, 1 for 27. Shoaib Akhtar, the destroyer of Eden Park, just 9 deliveries today. His first over went for 16, and it appears he's pulled some sort of quad muscle, which would be a problem for the Pakistani camp without doubt. Razak finished off that second over for him, picked up the wicket of Roger too, but Sarklan came on with just 50 runs to go and never really got into his stride either.
I have with me first the captain of the Pakistan team, Mohan Khan, and that's a tough at the office. Just not enough runs?
Yeah, it wasn't enough runs to defend, actually. You know, I think we did make some mistakes in the batting, and I think we should learn from them.
What do you put it down to? Is it just one of those days?
Yeah, you can say it was a bad day for Pakistan. I mean, our batsmen, they didn't play well today. They made some mistakes, and I think they will learn from them, and I hope they will do better in the next match.
Comment about the New Zealand bowling. They showed some good discipline today, didn't they?
Yeah, they deserve to win. They really bowled well today, and especially Tuffey, he bowled really well today.
Did you feel you had any chance of defending 135 at the half-time break?
Yeah, well, when Shoaib was bowling, we were thinking that we can get them, but unfortunately he had some injury, so he had to come back. I think it was a big difference in the match.
Okay, and just a comment about Shoaib, you know, it's not good to see. How is he?
Now he's feeling better, and I hope he'll be fit for the next match.
Okay, Mo, and thanks for joining us. Bad luck today. Cheers. And bring in now Stephen Fleming, the Clare Black Caps captain. Stephen, that must be a good feeling.
Yeah, it is a very good feeling.
Yeah, and sum up the game for us.
Very disciplined. We've been looking for a complete performance, and bar a couple of hiccups with the batting, we got pretty close.
It must be nice in the field to get through 5 sets of 10 overs from your bowlers.
Oh, they were exceptional, and the way we started was obviously superb, and it was carried on the way through. We've been guilty at times of perhaps getting the foot off the throat, but not today.
Daryl Tuffey, he just seems to get better and better.
Oh, he's gaining confidence, and the spell today was fantastic, and the way they came back as well. It's been something we've been looking at and working on, so a lot of positives from that.
And a couple of little hiccups at the top of the order, but well finished off by Craig McMillan and Lou Vincent.
Yeah, very mature from young players. Well, Craig's played a lot of cricket now, but yeah, it was 50-50, and they hung him well, so that was great to see.
And just a quick word about one of the great sons of New Zealand cricket, Chris Harris. What a great day for him.
Yeah, very special day. He and to get the record and to bowl so well, and to show off a little bit, that's what he's all about. So we're delighted for him, and he did a great job for us.
That's great. Thanks for joining us, Steve. Well done today. Okay, and probably no surprise whatsoever, the National Bank man of the match today is Daryl Tuffey. Daryl, congratulations. We've got the award here for you. Well done, mate. Very, very well bowled. Is that the best you've bowled in international cricket?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, just everything seems to come out quite well today, and it's great bowling back up in tandem with James Franklin and Chris Martin.
And you really seem to have some nice rhythm with your bowling now.
Yeah, since we're going right, I'm just running in and bowling, just not concentrating on many technical things, just running in, just enjoying bowling.
Now, I'm interested to know there's no Cairns, there's no Nash, there's no Dool or Allett. Who do you gain your experience off when you're just surrounded with young guys in the bowling unit?
Mainly probably the batters. They give you a good insight on what to do and where they like to score, so kind of like just work back on that. But we've got a young bowling lineup, and it's just great to be winning.
And that first delivery today, that was a special one, wasn't it?
Yeah, not too bad. Probably not the place where I really wanted to go, but I'm happy with the result though.
Okay, now you're also bowling at the death, and that was a lot better today as well. It just seemed to come out so well.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of work in the nets over the past few weeks on bowling at the death, and it's just great to see some of that work's paying off in the middle.
Daryl, well bowled today. Congratulations from the National Bank, a well-deserved award.
Thank you.
Cheers. Okay, Smithy, that's it from down here at the National Bank presentations. We look forward now to that third match down in Wellington.